to the court. I am its Jester. Load game. Where are we now? So last we left off, someone in a robot costume was running around attacking people with hammers. He's got to be around here somewhere. I'd better check the 3rd floor really well. Yeah, I know. Let's go up to the 3rd floor. Okay, let's go check all the rooms, I guess. No one's in the library. There's still the hammer in here. The hammer is just like the one Celeste was attacked with. This one is Justice Hammer 2. This one is a little bigger than the one in the rec room. Let's leave. Why is someone screaming? That strange cry. That had to be Celeste. It came from the floor above. She's on the 3rd floor. I sprinted up to the 3rd floor.
Everyone.
Over here. Everyone. Everyone who heard the scream had come running.
Just a second.
Celeste, what's wrong?
What?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him. I saw the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. He must be down this hall. Come on, let's go. Hi. What is it now? Oh. Oh! Choco has no idea what's going on right now.
Huh?
Whoa, it's really true. But that doesn't matter right now.
No!
Huh? What was that? That was Hifumi screaming his head off. That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's still in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
What?
What about the suspect? We've gone to all this trouble to capture him, right? Then why don't we split up into 2 groups?
It's all clear now.
I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Oh, Byakuya is totally, like, one of those losers that's killed an elephant.
So then...
Very well then. Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual up to Toko, Sakura, and Byakuya. Oh yeah, the dream team right there.
So then...
We'll handle it. Just go take care of Hifumi. Okay, you guys, be careful. With that, we split into 2 groups. Me, Celeste, and Hina all ran downstairs to the 1st floor.
Just a second.
He's in the nurse's office! Let's go! We stormed into the nurse's office, and what greeted us was a world of dripping crimson. It's not red, the blood's all pink. You know that, right, Makoto? Hey, Hifumi. Everything was covered in red. Bitch, it's pink! And in the center of all that red was... I think a lot of things. I love this game. I truly do. I just love Taka more than everyone else in it significantly. Hifumi?
No!
Oh, Hina's screaming.
What the...
It looks like something very bad has happened. Yeah, Celeste, looks like a murder has happened. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
No way!
Honestly, I'm impressed Hifumi's lasted this long. Murdered? You're not serious, are you? He's not really dead, is he? Well, you could kick his corpse to figure it out.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the? That was the body discovery announcement. The body discovery announcement. When 3 or more people discover a body after a murder, that's what plays. And since we just heard it, that means... It must mean Hifumi. Someone killed him. One of us. One of us? And look at that. When Celeste said that, she pointed to something. Something on the floor. Something that had also been on the floor after the last 2 surprise attacks. Another hammer. Justice Hammer 3. And it's even bigger than the other 2. Hello. Just as I suspected. 1 strike from that, and you are finished. There can be no doubt. The suspicious individual. Going by what Hifumi called him. The culprit must be Robo Justice. Who's ever hiding in that costume is the one that killed Hifumi. But wait, you saw him on the 3rd floor, right? Running back into the hall. How did he end up in the nurse's office? You're not saying that they, teleported or something, right?
Are you okay with this?
We can figure that part out later. Right now, we have to tell the others. You're right.
So then...
Then shall we go? Hey, Hina, you okay? Hina? Hina? Hina, snap out of it.
Huh?
Are you okay, Hina?
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm not sure I can move right now. I'm feeling kinda... Oh god, a bicycle! This is a problem. We can't just leave Hina here alone. Okay then, I'll go get everyone. You stay here with Hina. Very well. I'll leave it to you then. Okay, I'll be back soon. I tried to sound confident and upbeat, but there was literally a corpse on the ground in front of us, so... I still hadn't stopped trembling from what I'd just been through. Everyone else is already on the 3rd floor. I have to hurry. This is where everyone was chasing after that suspicious individual. Where was he headed? Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. He ran off, going further down the hallway. Way into the back of the hallway? Frick, 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 frick. As far as I can tell, there's nobody here, but I still feel some kind of presence. Yeah, I'm sure I can feel someone's presence. This presence. It's coming from over there in the back. I don't want to open the door. I don't want to. I leapt through the doorway, and when I did, I found another nightmare. The second nightmare of the day was waiting there to greet me. Why? Why did you take him from me? I needed him! There, in a pool of his own blood, was Taka, dead. I blame everyone. I blame everyone for this. Hifumi's body discovered in the nurse's office. Oh, who gives a shit about Hifumi? Taka's body discovered in the equipment room. Where were you, Makoto? Makoto! You should have stopped this from happening! This never would have happened if I was there. I would have protected him. I was a witness to 2 nightmares, one right after the other. No, they weren't nightmares. This is a harsh reality. The true nightmare is this reality. The reality I have to face every day. Oh, poor Makoto. Still alive. But still. Why is this happening? Hey, Toko, you good? Whatever. Taga! Can't I just fling myself onto the floor and lie next to his corpse? The floor is covered in Taga's drying blood. Motherfuckers, where were you? I blame all of you! His blood is on everyone's hands! Toko! Don't tell me Toko too! Relax. She just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood? Yeah! From my baby being murdered! Oh, that's right. When Toko is, Toko, she has a fear of blood, huh? We've tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now. It's like he said, I should just leave her alone for now. I'm upset. I'm not having a good time. They killed my fave. They killed my favorite character. Fuckers. Oh, great. A goddamn hammer. Another hammer. Now it's Justice Hammer 4, and it's even bigger than before. That suspicious individual is responsible for killing Taka too. You're all responsible for killing Taka. His blood is on everyone's hands. You should have been there for him. You should have protected him. You should have been his friend. But you were all selfish and only thought about what was going on in your lives. You left him to drown in his grief, and then you let him get catfished by a slutty AI. You let him get catfished by a slutty AI that was pretending to be his dead boyfriend. You all let that happen.
However...
But why is it Justice Hammer 4? Because Justice Hammer 3 was used for Hifumi. Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, and then Hifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2. But this time it's Justice Hammer 4. What happened in number 4? Ah.
What?
What's the matter? Well, you mentioned Justice Hammer 3. You just reminded me.
What?
Out with it. Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one who's been killed. He's the only one who matters that's been killed. Look, I tried to be nice to Hifumi, but he kept pissing off my baby, and now he's on the shit list. Everyone except for Hiro and Taka are on the shit list. Hifumi's dead too. Okay.
What? Hey!
Hifumi's been killed? Yeah.
I see.
Which is why you came to get us. Then we'd better go check it out.
Damn.
Of course, come on. Are we just gonna leave Toko on the floor next to a dead body? If everyone was nice to Taka and treated my baby boy right, then they wouldn't be on the shit list. But now he's dead. They took him from me. All I have left of him is my plushie that I spent $75 on. No, little Taka plushie, don't look at the screen. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab... Ah. Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. No, you are not on the shit list. No, the court is not on the shit list, okay? You weren't there. None of you were there. None of you caused this. These little fucks! I say as I point accusingly at Byakuya, these little fucks were there! They never appreciated all Taka did for them. Fucking Sayaka and Leon had to go murder each other, and fucking Mondo had to kill Chihiro, breaking Taka's heart, and Chihiro had to design that slutty AI, and Byakuya had to be Byakuya, and everyone just was shitty. Yeah, I heard. Hifumi is dead, right?
Indeed.
Well, that is not all. It is gone. What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Hifumi's body has disappeared. What?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? It disappeared? Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious? As a heart attack.
What?
What the heck is happening here?
Hey!
Everyone, back to the nurse's office. I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office, completely out of breath. I couldn't believe my eyes. Hifumi's body was there just a few minutes earlier. It just disappeared? Oh, Hina's still having a bad time, I see. Me and Celeste went to the bathroom, but we were only gone for like a minute. And then when we got back...
Indeed.
This must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die, just like those guys did. Celeste, no one told you that Taka was killed. Celeste. I'm gonna kill everyone. I'm going to kill everyone.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First, there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken. This is unnatural.
Huh?
Hold on, what do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room.
No way!
It can't be! Taka too? Oh, now you care! Too little too late, bitch! You're still on the shit list, Hina! It can't be! It can't be!
No!
Where was this concern when Taka was alone and grieving?
Hina.
Hina, calm down. No! No! No one gets to calm down! Everyone in this game should be as upset as I am! We're all gonna die! All of us! They're gonna kill all of us! Okay, well, why do you think you deserve to live? I mean, you've all been pretty shitty, right? So... Then who might the next target be? Toko? Oh yeah, you guys left her unconscious next to a corpse. All by herself. That was fucked up. See? You're all bad people. Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room.
Well...
You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
Huh?
So she's still unconscious?
Damn.
I am a lot of things. And one of the things I am the most is a petty bitch. Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her.
Bastard!
You bastard! Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting right now! We need to hurry back!
Huh?
I can't take this anymore! anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Byakuya, if something's happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you. Yeah, I don't think Byakuya gives a shit. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed. And when we got there... Toko! Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed there was something very different here. Uh-oh. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right there, had disappeared. This can't be happening. Oh, it's happening. Are we hallucinating this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. I know I saw it before. And what I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
What? Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. Oh, a fish. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? To fuck with you. Hey guys, remember how earlier, whenever you found a corpse, you would always have Sakura and Mondo guard the body to make sure no one tampered with the crime scene? Remember how that was actually a smart thing to do? You guys stopped doing that this time. I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costumed suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree.
Huh?
We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Huh?
Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well...
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd floor.
It is so.
After that, we split into 2 groups. And now this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love. Byakuya is such an unhinged little freak. Why do you care if Makoto's in love with Kyoko, Byakuya? Are you jealous? Were you trying to get a piece of Makoto for yourself? I mean, earlier when we were investigating Chihiro's murder and you were showing off the archive room for Makoto, it did seem weirdly like a date. Oh, a tin can. Oh god, it's stuck on me! Okay, it's off. That's not it at all.
That's fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Shut the fuck up! Hiro is the only person left alive in this game that I am not actively livid with. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh right, there's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a 3rd murder. If they were to break that rule...
Shing!
Mincia! Mincia without a second thought! Mincia! Grind ya! Turn ya into paste! By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish like shrimp or crabs? What the fuck? Indeed.
Let's see.
So since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her, though.
In other words...
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed. Their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi. The only one who could have done it is Hiro. Hiro is innocent! But is he really the killer? No! And what about Kyoko? Kyoko's a bitch, but she's not a murderer. If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey, Makoto, what's the matter? Oh, it's nothing. Whatever. We need to find those bodies, or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then...
Very well. In my opinion, running around killing people in a robot suit is really stupid, but Hiro wouldn't do it. Hiro's too scared to kill anyone. Very well then. Let us split up and begin searching. But there is no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
'Cause, I mean...
I know that. I think I do, but...
Hina.
If you're still nervous, I'll come with you.
Huh?
Okay. Thank you. No need to thank me. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the 2 missing bodies. How could they do this? How could they do this to my boy? Taka was the best of them. Huh? The door must be locked. Taka did die in chapter 2. He could have gotten better. If they were just there for him while he was grieving, he could have gotten better. But no. No, you know what they did? They fucking left him alone, and they left him to his grief, and none of them reached out to him or helped him. Like, Hiro tried a bit, but didn't do that great of a job, and Makoto tried if I made him. But I also had to make him. Justice Hammer 1's still in here. What's in this room? Oh, that's just the door to leave. Getting tired of this. Makoto!
Come on.
Why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh? You mean?
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies both had been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? I checked there. The door was locked. Rest in peace, Chihiro. I'm still mad at you for designing that slutty AI. Are there bodies here somewhere? Up ahead is the repository. Oh, I don't want to look at Taka's corpse again. The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked. Then I have no choice but to go inside. Look away, little Taka plushie of mine. Look away. When I entered, I saw... Taka! The 2 bodies had disappeared that were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. And what I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for the 2nd time. Hifumi, you little fucking faker.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
So here we are! Without further ado, let me give you the Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting.
Now to make sure you to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later.
Get out of here!
Hmm.
Well then, now that we've found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on! How can you be so calm? Byakuya literally strung up Chihiro's corpse. Like, dead bodies clearly do not upset him. I mean, they're dead, you know? Why would... Oh, yeah, because Byakuya's really been known for respecting the dead. Don't judge me. It was a different game, okay?
That's terrible.
Dead. Ah, banana. Dead. Gone forever. They're never coming back. Yeah, you took my baby from me. All of you. Awful. This is all just too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this?
Celeste.
Why?
Because she wanted money.
Why?
Because she was afraid of dying. Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some kind of world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. Oh shit! Hina, go cry on Taka too! Go cry on Taka right now! Your tears can bring people back from the dead! Go save my boy and all will be forgiven! This wasn't...
He's alive again?
Go cry on Taka! Save him too!
Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi, wake up!
Huh? Ah, that's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything. Before I met you all. I met you all.
His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me. Like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu. Hiro.
Hiro is innocent. He did nothing wrong. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So in other words...
And with that, this case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. And then going as far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is? No!
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill 2 of our friends. You do not get to call Taka your friend after how you left him in the lurch. Bitch.
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, this time, it's not all that life and death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to get through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Taka! Taka! The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice?! What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude! I'm here to answer your question! What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial!
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, 2 people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Mondo! Mondo, you have to take care of Taka now for me, okay? Promise me. A man's promise. You have to take responsibility.
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then,
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
well,
Okay. Let's take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened? So just one person.
well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it comes down to the final battle between all of you. And the blackened. Good luck to all your contestants. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true then, Kyoko, where are you?
however,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue information further.
So,
You know, Don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? Oh, you mean Byakuya because of the whole stringing up Chihiro's corpse thing? And outright telling you guys he was planning to kill someone? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. Honestly, real talk? Jill is the person I am the least worried about fucking killing anyone. Because Jill knows that if she did, everyone would immediately suspect her, and she's not that fucking stupid. What? I'm offended! When did you... I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
You SOB!
Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You've gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi's scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing!
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about!
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. But all but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Can I just lie on the floor next to Taka's corpse and stay there? Can I? Taka. He'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from the blow to the head. There's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw it in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Hey, Fumi, there was blood on your glasses earlier, and there isn't now. What's the deal with that, bud? Little faker fucking piece of shit. Fumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. Makoto, don't fat shame him even in death. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository, there were stairs! All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it! His glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean somebody wiped his glasses off? No, that means that he wasn't really dead. When you found Hifumi in the nurse's office, it was at the same time that Sakura, Toko, and Byakuya found Taka's body. Then the school alert going off to let you know that there was a body discovered was only going off for Taka. That's why when you went into this room and you found Taka and Hifumi, the body discovery announcement went off a second time. Because that was the first time you guys had actually really seen Hifumi dead. He was in on it. He was an accomplice. Even though he was never gonna get anything out of it, he just simped for Celeste that damn bad. But who would do that and why? Imagine if after Hifumi, like, said his final words and then actually died for real, the body discovery announcement went off again, and Monokuma just popped up and went, "Whoops! I thought he was dead! I super thought he was dead! This is what I get for not checking pulses! But how could I ever check a pulse with my little bear paws? Ha 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 ha! Oh-ho! There are hammers on the wall of different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets. Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Okay, let's get out of here. There's only one way in and out of this room. And there's definitely a lock on the door. But it can't only be locked from the inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. Can we leave? May I please leave? Let me the fuck out of here! Do I have to talk to one of them before I can go? Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders disappeared, and disappearances and all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words...
Then there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. Oh, shut the fuck up, Makoto. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we wouldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why did they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues. More chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps... I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. What's with that attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? I don't think Hifumi saying that it was Yasuhiro is reliable, because if Hifumi was in on it, he might have been covering for Celeste to the very end. There are many aspects to this incident in time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? No. I know what's happened. I understand it. I have it on video. You know, the interesting thing about having all of this recorded is after is after I stream, I have to go back and I have to look at all of my footage to go and like make highlight reels of like the best, funniest parts. And like while I'm playing, I get heated, and I don't think I realize how heated I get. And then after I finish playing, I have a little snack, and I'm like, that was a fun day of streaming my favorite game with all the characters I really like. And then everyone pisses me off. And then I look at the footage, and it's like, oh my god, I'm such a bitch to all of these characters. And I'm like, but they piss me off, so it's fine. Anyway, Hina, you were talking. After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But...
And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked? And we came here as soon as the search started. So there's no way someone could have beat us here. If that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Yeah, the door can only be locked from the inside the repository. Makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura both confirmed that the door was locked after the search for the bodies began. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone to the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. Yeah, Makoto, that's how locking things works! So that certain someone. Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. Was it the killer who's still roaming free? Or was it one of the victims? There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found, then the equipment room where Taka was found. Can we leave the room? God. I understand that it's important to talk to the others about the murders, but the thing is, I'm so pissed at everyone, I don't want to talk to them. Let's go to this one first, and then we'll hit the nurse's office. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly. There was blood on the tire. Could that have blood come from here? Which means that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? He got up and walked! Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor, because he's the one that moved Taka's body, because he's a little bitch. That's still a total mystery. No, it's not, Makoto. You know, Makoto, your problem is, you still trust the others. Oh my god, that would be fun! Oh, I should do that. I should find one. I imagine, like, it would be so fun. Oh my god, what would my ultimate be? Ultimate petty bitch. Ultimate petty bitch. That would be my ultimate. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. And just recently, too. Oh, we got a coin. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Okay, talk to her. All that. Leave the equipment room. We got everything we needed from here. Oh, Executioner sounds awesome. Ultimate Executioner. Literally, when the executions start happening, the Ultimate Executioner is just like, oh, you went with that? I could have done better. What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around, seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in the short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. The blood. The hammer. What's in that fridge? Or refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here. For blood transfusions, I guess. It doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. It's just a normal trash can. Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. It's Princess Piggles! Hifumi's waifu! But it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Celeste is just quietly seething in rage. Okay. Leave the area. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Oh my god, Byakuya is improving as a person. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You know, I will give it to Byakuya. I can respect a man that repays his debts. So he said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? Run, Makoto, run! I don't know what that is. What's Lannisters? Thrones. One of my friends really likes Game of Thrones, so she tells me some stuff about it, but I never got into it. The door is unlocked? Hero, you don't lock your door? Hero! I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Oh! Byakuya does kind of give off Game of Thrones character vibes. He's kind of mean. And he's very serious. That's all I really know about Game of Thrones. They're all mean and serious. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff hidden in here. Where'd he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if we don't get his permission to search his room, right? Where did you get all this? Makoto's room is so fucking empty. I think there's something in this cardboard box. It's blueprints for something and some things made out of it look like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hiro's room. But wait. These blueprints. Something about them bothers me. The penmanship. Okay, let's get out of here. Makoto! Big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done! There's more big news!
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too! Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume!
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Kyoko and...
I mean...
Phew, man, I am having the worst day. Well, you're still alive, so... Not as bad as the other days some people are having. Hiro?
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me! You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well,
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
it's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Well, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, I don't even know how that happened, then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me to just look at you. Well,
Let me
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong.
I didn't make the stupid freaking thing!
it would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. If he can't get it off on his own, then he can't put it on his own either. Someone stuffed him in a robot suit and then stuffed him in a locker. We really don't have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we all got the pieces off. Phew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, What? Hold on a second.
Honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hero. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
What?
Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, attacking, blueprints. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could have possibly been the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on yourself before you can convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a beat, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on.
Danganronpa is a game.
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, you see, it's 'cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then there's another costume. There must have been one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, tell me? Robo Justice costume has been added to the Truth Build section of your handbook.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, it was Taka. Our sweet, darling little angel is no longer with us. Oh, and Hifumi died too, I guess. Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi.
What?
What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
Please.
I did not!
Huh?
Wait, hold on. If those 2 were the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it! I know who did it!
So then,
You may as well tell us then.
Taka
Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means
right.
Alter Ego and our Chihiro must have done it. You know, in an indirect way, Chihiro did.
correct.
I see, that's unfortunate.
Please.
Alter Ego did contribute to them getting killed, because Alter Ego is a catfishing 2-timing slut. Little skank computer program. Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us! Just admit what you did, okay? I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong!
Oh, so
Ah,
then.
I know, that note! Note?
Um...
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room. Then for some reason, I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that he could do that.
Huh?
What? Really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be a one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay then, show us that note.
Hmm.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure.
Please.
Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Hero's account has been added to the truth billets. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hero! No, it's like I said!
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. He must be totally broke, and that's why.
Please.
Wait, that's a false accusation! Someone help me!
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you! If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
What?
Yeah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Feet, don't fail me now. I guess I'd better go back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey.
So Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey.
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer? Anyway, we have to hurry, before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Oh wait, wrong way. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. Kyoko, I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on you while we're looking at the corpses, okay? I remember what you did to Chihiro, and if I see you trying to stick your hand down Taka's pants, I'm cutting it off. She crouched down next to Taka without hesitation and began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did? Yeah, I remember that. I pay attention to my baby.
whew.
Are you oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? Yeah, drag him, Kyoko! No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch.
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It's most likely broken when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime after 6?
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started pointing at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right. There's white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try to pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper.
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's body. So, did you find anything?
indeed.
I did. More than I expected to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He stuffed it in its pants, so I can only assume he's hidden it on purpose, you see? In his pants? Wait, so do you not remember what Kyoko did to Chihiro?
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, it better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so
That sounds very familiar. That's it! It's the same thing Hiro said! Then he was telling us the truth!
however,
Although it's not exactly the same, is it?
Uh,
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone. Let's meet at the rec room at 1 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So,
A bicycle! Oh god! Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped? Yeah, remember how Taka had a ripped piece of paper in his hand? Use your big boy brain, Makoto. Could you maybe explain it a little bit more? Makoto, you're hopeless. Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The note Hifumi has been added to your truth bullet section. And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims at this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I just don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. Okay, that's where we're gonna end things for today. I'll be playing Persona 5 Royal 7 on Wednesday, and I'll be continuing Danganronpa Saturday at 12. Until next time, show's over!